Hello, good morning and greetings. I know I probably haven't been posting too much, and I'm just keep it real and be all the way honest and just say I ain't been feeling too good lately. I mean, I have my good days and I have my bad days. But whenever I'm not feeling well, I just don't post. It won't be good content for me to just get up on camera and try to smile and like act like everything is cool when I'm not feeling well. I'm just, if that makes sense, I'm gonna just say it like that. But I want to reflect back to when I was younger. Um, before before I had my daughter, a text message just came in from someone. I don't know who that is, but anyway, I want to reflect back to when I was younger before I had my daughter, when I was pregnant with my daughter. Okay, I was working at the Bush Airport. Back then, I used to gravitate more to females who were older than me, who were in their late 40s and in their 50s, because, like, females who were my age, me and them just really didn't get along. I didn't understand it. And sometimes, majority of the time, me and women who were my age at the time, when I think at the time I was either 29 or 30, they didn't want to be friends with me because they had boyfriends who worked at the Bush Airport, and they always was feeling like their boyfriends was gonna try and like me and whatever. But I had a couple of friends, and all of my friends at the Bush Airport were older than me. One friend in particular is a friend who I talked about when I made a story time about, like, the whole time had a friendship with this 49-year-old woman. And she was a very unique type of, like, weird type of person. Okay, first off, she's a black woman, and she kind of had a little Mexican in her. Um, she says that she was from El Paso. The thing is, she was 49 years old, and she had a daughter at the time that was around 3. And I didn't have no kids then. But yeah, she and I were friends, good friends. And like I said, when I previously made a story time about her, she was the one, this 49-year-old woman, she was the one going behind my back, tattling on me to the supervisor. Um, she would go on break with me, and me and her would be on break, but she would leave and go back and tell the supervisor that I was goofing off, and I was supposed to have been got off a break during lunchtime. She just come to find out, and then the source who told me, one didn't tell me, they delayed the message to another older female who I was friends with at the airport. That female told me that this young female who was liking on my baby daddy at the time told me that the 49-year-old woman who I was friends with, because we were all working for the same company at the Bush Airport, said that she had been going behind my back, She had been the reason why I used to always get rolled up on the job and stuff. She was behind all that. And so it's like when I found that out, it like that really hurt me because I used to take breaks with this woman and she and I were good friends, and she would bring me things because her husband worked for Coca-Cola. She would bring me sodas to work every day. I really thought she was my friend. So really, to find out that she was going behind my back and getting me in trouble, the reason why my supervisors didn't like me and stuff was because of her. So once I had quit working at the airport, I had quit the airport. My baby daddy was telling me, because he still worked up there at the airport at the time with his childish ass, fucking 32 years old, was acting like he was 20, trying to get with every young female up there. But he was telling me that the 49-year-old woman was asking about me, and I was like, I don't care about her asking about me. I'm not friends with that bitch anymore because I found out that she was being grimy and saying stuff about me and talking about me behind my back. So I don't understand what she asking about me, asking you about me for. Then he was like, I know you mad at her because you feel like she hurt you, but us black people need to stick together. I'm like, dude, fuck you. I'm like, don't be pulling a black card with me. I'm like, I told him, you're not me. You're not a female. And I've been done wrong when it comes to me being in friendships with females like all my life. Ever since I was in elementary. So don't go there with me about us black people need to stick together. Like, fuck that bitch. And tell me, well, she gave me her phone number and told me to tell you to call her. I took that phone number on that piece of paper out of his hand and I tore that motherfucker up because, like, bitch, no. I'm sitting up here friends with this bitch, taking breaks with her, and the whole time she like going back talking to me to this other female on the job who was actually 26, but this bitch did not like me because she was liking on my child's father. But I guess, in a way, even though she didn't like me, she felt like it was like best for her to have another person who was a friend to me, another older person. And she turned out to be a no good ass person to me too. She did me dirty as well. Had this other old ass woman to come back and tell me that the 49-year-old woman was telling her how she would go back to the supervisor and tell stuff on me, and that's why I was always getting rolled up on the job and almost getting fired, and because she was behind it. And like, that really hurt me. That really, really hurt me because I thought this 49-year-old woman was really my friend. But when I started like kind of dating somebody on the job before I met my child's father, which it didn't, me and the dude that was dating, it really didn't go anywhere. Because I couldn't be with him like that. But she was also going back and talking about me to the dude that I was dating at the time, because she saw how this dude would buy me lunch at work every day, and then she would make jokes and be like, "Well, can you tell your boyfriend can he feed a friend?" I'm like, it was just crazy. But the main part of this story is about this other friend, like this other woman who I was friends with. She was also 49, but she looked good for her age. And I will never forget this woman who I was friends with at the Bush Airport. Her name was Emma. And she was built up like a youngster. She was very thin. She would keep herself neat. She always had her hair done. She always had her nails done every time she would come to work. And you wouldn't even think that she was 49 because she didn't look her age. And that's how I want to look when I get older like that, because she really knew how to take care of herself, and she really looked youthful every day that she would come to work. But somehow, and I'm going to say before I left the Bush Airport, because I was pregnant and I kept getting sick on the job. And so she told me around the time that I was about to leave the Bush Airport, she was like, well, no, she had gave me a card that said congratulations being a new mom. And in the card it had $20 in it. And so I hugged her and thanked her on the job. But she and I would also have lunch breaks together, and I was good friends with her. But she told me before I left the Bush Airport, because I was always sick during my pregnancy, to let her know when I had my baby shower. And I had plans to let her know when I had my baby shower. It didn't work out like that because, like, at the time, and I thank God for my sister. My sister threw me a nice baby shower, but at the time that I had my baby shower, there were a couple of people who tried to, like, take over my moment and was trying to talk crazy to me during the time that I was pregnant. People didn't want to, like, acknowledge the fact that I was pregnant, especially in the family. I don't know what was wrong with some of the people in my family. Like, I'm a female who has a uterus just like any other female, so why wouldn't you think I would ever get pregnant? I don't know. But yeah, at the time that I had my baby shower, it's like I had lost Emma's number. I lost her number, and I meant to call her and invite her to my baby shower. But at the time, nobody in my family didn't really want no outside person at this baby shower. And even though it was my baby shower, it just didn't feel like it was my baby shower, because there were other people in the family who was there during the baby shower trying to ruin my moment, just like I said. Okay? And I ain't gonna name them. They know who they are. But yeah, my baby daddy somehow, and he used to come around me a lot when I was pregnant. Even though he was doing me dirty, going back and forth between me and the other baby mama. When he would get mad at her, he would come spend time, or spend a whole lot of time with me. but it just wasn't genuine. But he went back and told me, like right after I had my daughters, had my I didn't have my daughter yet. I was still pregnant. Right after I had my baby shower, that that lady at the Bush Airport had asked, "Did I have my baby shower?" And he told her, "Yeah." And then he said that she asked him why she didn't invite me. And he told me that he told her, yeah, she's like that. She's not going to invite nobody. She probably really wasn't your friend to begin with. And I told him, why the fuck you went back and talked about me like that to that lady? That was a really good friend to me. But yeah, and he also ruined another friendship with me and somebody else at the Bush Airport. And not to mention, that's really the place where I first met him, at the Bush Airport. I first met him there. But me being pregnant with his child at the time, that he really didn't give any fucks. He just was treating me any old kind of way. I couldn't understand it. But yeah, so I'm gonna say 2 years later after I had my daughter, because I quit the Bush Airport like around 2010. And then I stopped working there. But then I came back to work at the Bush Airport when the year of 2011 came. And then I saw Emma, the lady who I used to work with at the Bush Airport. Tell me why this lady was looking at me like this. Soon as she saw me, this was me and her face to face, and it was check day, and we were standing in line finna get our checks from the same supervisor, because we both work for the same company, cleaning the restrooms at the Bush Airport. Tell me why this lady, which I'm quite sure at this time she turned 50. Tell me why she saw me and she stood back and she was looking at me like this. And so I'm goofy, so I wanted to laugh. I had to turn my face away, but I felt so guilty. Even though my baby daddy was being messy and went back and told that woman that I didn't invite her to my baby shower because I'm messy like that. I don't keep in friends and in friendship with nobody who I used to work with, because all they were to me was just co-workers, which is really something he told me. He went back and told her and another woman who I was used to be friends with. And so when she looked at me like that, like, that look somebody give you when they know you guilty, you done something wrong. Something in me made me like walk over to her, and I was like, "You're not gonna speak?" She was like, I was waiting on you to come up to speak to me." And she's like, "Yeah, your baby daddy told me that you didn't invite me to your baby shower because all I was to you was just a coworker." I'm like, I don't know why you listened to him anyway. I'm like, at the time, I'm gonna just keep it real. I lost your phone number. If I would have still had your number, I would have invited you. But I truly and sincerely apologize to you if you feel like I hurt you, if I hurt you. But it's like when she looked at me like that, I said, no. She was like, "I wish you good luck and everything," but it's like I wasn't gonna say nothing else to you because I feel like you hurt me, because yeah, I thought we were friends. And I was like, okay, so now you gonna beat me up? I said that as a joke. And I really thought she wanted to beat me up. Even though at the time I was 30 and she was 50. She had just turned 50 around this time in 2011. So she was like, no, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not. What would it look like me, a 50-year-old woman trying to fight a young woman? She was like, no, me and you still cool. It's just I feel like you lied to me. I'm like, I'm sorry. If you feel like I lied to you, but it was a third party, which was my baby daddy, who made the situation worse, because I truly didn't. I truly and sincerely did not mean to hurt her if she felt like I hurt her, but it was a lot going on in my life at the time. Nobody in my family really wanted to accept the fact that I was having a baby and I was kind of getting mistreated. I was still working at the Bush Airport, was getting mistreated at the job, and then getting mistreated by my child's father, getting cheated on, caught him with a woman in his apartment while I had the baby still in my stomach. Then it was stuff going on in my household that I really don't want to talk about. I'm not going to go there. It was just a lot. So it's like when it came around, when the time came around for me to and I still have pictures of the outfit I had on and of myself when I was pregnant, when I had Sierra, my child, in my belly. It was stuff going on around me that I resented people because, I'm very sensitive anyway, but I was extremely sensitive when I was pregnant, and I could not stand for nobody to do or say anything to piss me off. I was already I was already sick, and that was a difficult pregnancy. During the time that I was pregnant, I was diagnosed with some kind of damn, what's the name of that shit? Where you throw up and okay. Throwing up during pregnancy is already natural. But I had, I can't think of the name of it, but I would throw up a lot. And it was just horrible. Okay, now I'm remembering. I had acid reflux. I had acid reflux really bad when I was pregnant with my child. So it's like I got real skinny at one point because I couldn't really keep nothing down. Even water, I was throwing up water. But yeah, but anyway, the point of this story was like, to this day, I still wish I had a friendship with that lady from the Bush Airport, and her name was Emma. I don't know if she's still alive. I don't know if she's still working at the Bush Airport, but like I truly and sincerely did not mean to hurt her. Like I said, it was just too much going on in my life at the time. So I didn't intentionally try not to invite her to my baby shower. It's just that things happen in people's lives. You go through things, and like at that time, it was other things that was going on in my personal life, and so like it was never intentionally meant for me to hurt her. That's the point. That's all the point I'm trying to make. And I really wish, I still had a friendship with her, but once I left the Bush Airport again, because this time I didn't leave, because the first time I left the Bush Airport, was because I was sick during my pregnancy. I was very sick. And then the second time I left the Bush Airport in 2011 was simply because of the fact that it was something going on in my family. It was, I don't even want to go there and say what it was. But, yeah, I know this was a long video. This was a long vlog, but I had to reminisce. And I just would think about some things that happened once a time ago in my life. But I'm about to go and drink me some coffee and try to enjoy the rest of the day. And I'm about to cook. I don't know. I might come back with another video. But until then, y'all stay blessed.